Okay, we're with Laura Muir, Team Scotland Scottish Sports Awards, Female Athlete of the Year, supported by the Scottish Sun. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, I'm so happy. I've never won this award before, so this is new for me. But considering the competition I was up against, I'm very honoured, to have this award, and it's a great feeling.
And you'll have your own highlights of the year, but I think for all of us it was very memorable, the golden double in Belgrade, and just when you body swerved that official to go and do the lap of honour. Is that a nice memory as well?
Yeah, no, it certainly got quite a bit of attention. But yeah, no, it was great. I've been kind of around about the medals for a couple of years, so to actually get not one but two on the board and for them to be gold, I was so pleased.
And I think the lap of honour thing was, you were absolutely determined to savour the moment, weren't you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it was my very first lap of honours, so it was the 1500. It was the first event, and I was like, I'm going for this. So yeah.
And then come London, we talk about the 1500 final. You were just 700ths of a second away from a bronze medal. It's a very small margin, isn't it?
Yeah, so small. I mean, that could have been smaller than a margin, the 100 metres. So it was so close. But I mean, to be that close to the front, though, bodes very well for the future.
And amid all that, you've made a pretty successful debut at 5,000 metres. I think it's slightly been overshadowed this year, but you've stepped in at that distance, run a couple of quick times, and you were 6th in the world. So there's a bit of promise there for that distance as well. Yeah,
maybe unfortunately, so I like the shorter stuff, but no, I was absolutely delighted. 6th in the world for an event that I'm kind of very inexperienced at, and it was great to kind of have that opportunity to run a championship race, and hopefully it'll give me that bit of experience for the future.
And in terms of this particular award, Katie Archibald and Elise Christie were on the shortlist. How excited are you about the progress and the profile of Scottish women's sport?
I think we're doing amazingly well right now. It just seems to be sort of every week you read about a Scottish athlete doing so well. So it's really exciting, and hopefully we can inspire lots of young girls to get involved in sport.
And of course, since you've sort of finished your season, Eilish McColgan, I think, has come out with a rather quick 5,000 time as well, and taken one of your records actually. So is that something we might see a wee bit of rivalry further down the line?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great, and both from the same club as well. So I mean, that even the club record's going to be changing hands a few times. So I mean, to have Eilish there, I think you always say you bring out your best performances when there's lots of kind of competitions. So to have the two of us right up there, and sort of racing against the best of the world and breaking records is really good. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot more record breaking in the future.
Thanks, Laura.